Hello guys, in this video I am going to continue on the topic effect of polymer structure on properties. How does the structure and the property of polymer related? I have discussed in my previous video about strength, plastic deformation and crystallinity. In this video I am going to discuss about the properties, chemical resistance, effect of heat and then slipping power. So firstly about the chemical resistance. If the polymer contains polar groups such as OH, COOH, Cl, even NH2, okay. So if they have the polar groups, then they can dissolve in polar solvents. Some examples for the polar solvents are alcohols, ketones and then the water. So if the polymer chain consisting of the polar groups, they can dissolve in polar solvents. If not, if they do not have the polar groups, then they dissolve in the non-polar solvents only. Okay. Some polymers like polyethylene, which is also known as polyethylene, and polystyrene, polypropylene, they do not have polar groups. They can dissolve in non-polar solvents such as benzene, toluene, carbon tetrachloride, or even the petrol. Okay. Next property that we are going to see is effect of heat. So firstly we have to understand about the glass transition temperature. So when we heat the polymer, it attains a glassy state. Further, when we heat, okay, then it goes to the flexible state and all. So glass transition temperature is a temperature at which the polymeric molecule just gains energy and just starts moving. So that temperature is taken as the glass transition temperature. It depends upon the factors such as chain length, degree of cross-linking. So if these two increases, glass transition temperature also increases. If there is any bulky group, then also the glass transition temperature will be greater. So nextly, melting point. So glass transition temperature and melting point are different. Melting point is greater than the glass transition temperature. So it is the temperature at which phase transition occurs, that is solid to liquid state. So when we go on heat a polymer, it come across various stages that are all in the solid form only. So when it turns to liquid form, okay, so that temperature is known as melting point. Now let us compare the amorphous polymer and crystalline polymer behavior with respect to heating. The amorphous polymer, they crosses many stages. So glassy to rubber, rubber to gummy state, and then finally to the liquid state. Whereas crystalline polymer, they come across only the flexible state. Then it goes straight away to the liquid state. So Tg is here representing the glass transition temperature at which a slight movement occurs. And Tm means melting point at which a phase transition occurs. So all these glassy, rubber, gum and all a solid form only. So when it attains a liquid state, so that temperature at which it is turning to a liquid state, so that is known as the melting point. And finally slipping power. Slipping power means it's a power with which one layer slides with the another layer. Okay, normally thermosetting do not have the slipping power. Thermoplastics have the slipping power. Here I have given polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene. So in this, the polyethylene will have greater slipping power, whereas PVC, it has got bulky group, right, chlorine, and polystyrene has got bulky group, phenyl. So the slipping power will be less for the polyvinyl chloride and the polystyrene. Okay. So thank you guys. I have discussed the remaining part of the effect of polymer chain on properties in this video. There will be test link also given in the description box. You can check whether you understood or not. Watch my previous video also. Okay. So in today's class we have discussed about 3 properties.